So yeah, I have gone ahead and without recording, I have the other side also. I have carved the dovetails. So yeah, this goes this way, and so we'll be working on the front side. And also while I was at it, as I said, like I will be working on two dovetail boxes. I also started working on the cherry piece. I'm yet to do the other side. I can do it offline. So I just wanted to add some points there. Like, obviously, I have told that I know from my experience that cherry is much easier to work, especially when compared to ash. So this was like very easy to cut with my chisels. And while I was working on ash, I realized that like I was having to put too much pressure using this 1 inch chisel. I brought my as the moment I got my half-inch chisel, it was cutting way nicer. What I'm trying to say is that, especially with hand tool woodworking, we cannot be lazy about sharpening. I am, I would say that I have been much more. That I have been not as lazy with sharpening as I used to be long time back, but I'm still like I should be sharpening more often. So the reason being, like with hand tool working, frankly, like you can't wait until you feel your tools to be becoming dull. You should sharpen even before that. So that means maybe sharpening more than once, the same tool more than once a day, like if you're working, which I don't do, to be frank, like just laziness. So I'm planning to bring my sharpening station here somewhere, install it here. That's my idea. It should be so quick to reach that I should not hesitate to just do a touch up of my things, tools, planes, and chisels. Like I need to sharpen it as often as possible. So I'll be working on the front one. I will sharpen my tools, especially the ones that I need. Also, like I realized, like when I had sharpened both my 5.5 and 5, like before, keeping them in the closet, like from my last project. So while starting this project, I didn't resharpen anything because I remembered that I had sharpened the 5.5. I used for some time. I felt like it was giving me a lot more resistance, but I went with it because I was thinking in my mind that okay, it has a wider blade, so when I'm using that, it's expected that it would give that resistance. I pulled in my number 5 and it was so smooth. That means, like, for whatever reason I may have hit a knot or something, the 5.5 had actually become quite dull. So it took me some time, even to, like, I was still going with my work. So it actually like impacts the quality of work, impacts the confidence and all. So yeah, that's what I wanted to tell. It's important for us, like hand tool woodworkers, like it's so critical. Like scrub plane we can get away with, chisels and planes we must sharpen it as often as possible. So anyways, that's about it. So let me bring, okay, before I do that, let me lay out the other dovetails before I start working on it. So here is the triangle. So this is the one that goes here. So now I can, like, the dovetail size, I cannot guarantee that it will be uniform to this one. What I need to make sure is that the pins are of the same size. I remember the pins were like 3 by 8 inch, so I will go by that. Now this is actually like 1 3/4, but I don't need to worry about that. I'm just putting my ruler 3 by 8 inch from each side. 1 2 3. It is slightly over 3/4 in my case. So 1 2. Now what that means is my dovetail size in this case is actually 1 inch. So let me see what was the size here. It was 1/3/16. That wouldn't matter much, just saying, like, pin size is the same. That's what I'm targeting for. Now I'll just square that. Now lay out my dovetails also. Clamp it low. to reduce vibration. Getting this line straight, like end to end, is more important than the rake, because that's for the fit of the dovetail. So I don't need my chisel right now, because this one just has the end pieces that I need to take out. This one I'm pretty much up to the line. Sawing was pretty good there. Let's just take out the fuzzy bits. I'm trying to rest it on the little bit of that knife that I could see. Very important to make sure that I'm cutting on this thing on the right place. If I do it here, that's a disaster. So this one goes this way, not this way. So it has to go here. So what I'm trying to feel for is like that no light from those shoulder gaps. It's good enough. Right underneath. Got that line. I just work on keeping the saw vertical. Now I have to take out that centerpiece. I mean, even though it is way more difficult to work with ash, I really like it. Like, other than cherry, to be frank, I like it more than oak actually, for whatever reason. The appearance, it looks very polished, affordable than oak. Difficult to work though. Yeah, I have used like a combination of ash and cherry on a few drawers. Looks really nice. My advice there would be like, if you're mixing ash and cherry, make sure this is the pin and the other one is the dovetail. The reason being, this is hard and this is tenacious. This is not brittle. So even if the dovetails are tight and you are trying to hammer it in, this, like, it takes a lot of effort to get a crack on this one. It won't crack that easy. So there is a reason they make like chisel handles and all out of this. So this is, I've shown it number of times. This is the handle or the tote. This is the tote. I forgot what is this called. This is a handle I had made out of ash. Looks really nice. I mean, looks awkward if you compare with this one, but I'll still do this. Gives it a good start. And yes, all of the dovetails, like even this one, the other two, like they have come straight out of saw. I didn't have to do any pairing to fit. So I mean, if it needs, it needs. But if you can get straight out of the saw, So here it seems to be getting stuck, but it's not because the dovetail doesn't fit. It seems like one of the shoulders is like holding it. Let's see. This shoulder, I'll see if I have to pare down that shoulder. If it doesn't go, I'll give it one more try, because the dovetail seems to be fitting. See, it's going. Yeah, it will go in, I guess. Here there is a, I have to do a little bit of cleanup and this will sit properly. I'm actually quite happy with the fit, because especially when it is like a single dovetail, if there are multiple dovetails, like if one of the dovetails is slightly loose, the others compensate for it. But in the single one, if it is loose, the overall joint would be loose. So I actually liked it that it was good and tight. So just a little bit of cleanup on those corners. That's it. So I'll work on the other side, and yeah, on the piece of cherry, that also I will do the same. See you next time.